Okay, so we're going to dive into some fascinating stuff today.
Yeah.
You sent over some articles about AI and consulting, and
Yeah.
it's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's not just like a little thing. It's a
No.
whole revolution happening, and we've got
Yeah.
examples of AI helping lawyers, analyze these big contracts
All
and
right.
virtual assistants being built by
Yeah.
consulting firms all the way in Australia, and even like
Right.
PwC hiring the former VP of AI from Amazon. I mean,
It's incredible.
where do we even start with all this?
Well, I think what's so interesting is that we're seeing AI being used in so many different ways.
Boy.
It's not just about replacing human consultants. It's about how do we make them even better at what they do.
So that's more like AI is this
Yeah.
new tool that consultants are.
Yeah, think of it like
Yeah.
this. You wouldn't expect a carpenter to build a house without a
No.
hammer or a saw, right?
Right.
In the same way, consultants are starting to see AI as like this essential tool for things like analyzing data, automating some of that routine work, and even generating insights that we as humans might miss.
That makes sense. One of the articles mentioned Microsoft Copilot. Is that an example of that?
Absolutely. Microsoft Copilot is a great example of how AI can boost efficiency.
Okay.
It's essentially an AI assistant that can help with things like, drafting emails,
Right.
summarizing documents, and even generating code.
Wow.
And we're seeing similar tools being developed in-house at the big consulting firms like EY and PwC.
So consultants are now able to give some of those tedious tasks to AI.
Yes.
Have more time for this stuff that.
Exactly. It frees up their time to focus on that higher level thinking, problem solving, and client interaction.
Okay.
Things that really require human expertise.
It's like AI is doing the grunt work so consultants can be more
Exactly.
than consultants.
Exactly. And it's not just about saving time.
I
It's
know.
also about improving accuracy and uncovering insights that might have been missed otherwise.
Yeah.
For example, there's a company called Robin AI that's using AI to analyze legal documents.
Yeah, that was in the research that I sent over.
Yes.
They work with big companies like Pfizer and KPMG.
That's right. Robin AI can analyze contracts, flag potential risks, and even suggest improvements.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of analysis would take human lawyers hours, if not days, to complete.
Yeah.
But AI can do it much faster and with a higher degree of accuracy.
And I imagine that's really valuable in a field like law where details
Absolutely.
really matter.
Precision is key.
Yeah. But it sounds like AI is also having a big impact on financial services.
Yeah.
One of the articles mentioned this company called ANA Money.
NA Money is a great example of how AI is kind of democratizing access to financial services.
Okay.
They use AI to provide small businesses with things like automated invoicing,
Right.
expense tracking, and even tax calculations,
Oh.
features that were previously only available to large corporations with dedicated finance teams.
So it's like AI is leveling the playing field for smaller businesses.
Exactly. It's giving them access to tools and capabilities that were once out of reach.
It's interesting to see how AI is being used by, these smaller companies that are
Yeah.
more nimble. But what about the big consulting firms? Are they embracing this in the same way?
Absolutely. In fact, the big firms are investing heavily in AI.
Huh?
Take PwC, for example. They've committed $1 billion to AI initiatives in their U.S. operations alone.
Wow.
That's not a small experiment. That's a sign that they are betting big on the future of AI.
$1 billion. That's
Yeah.
serious commitment. So what are they doing with that investment?
Well, for starters, they've partnered with OpenAI,
Okay.
company behind ChatGPT.
Right.
They've become the largest customer for ChatGPT Enterprise,
Okay.
which is a more powerful and customizable version of the tool.
So they're not just dipping their toes in the water. They're
They're diving in headfirst.
yeah, going all in.
Exactly. And they're not just buying AI tools off the shelf, they're also building their own.
Okay.
PwC has even hired Matt Wood, the former VP of AI at Amazon,
Oh, wow.
to lead their AI initiatives.
Hiring someone like that definitely sends a message that
Yeah.
they're serious about it.
They are, and this is a trend we're seeing across the entire consulting industry. Big firms are realizing that AI isn't just a nice to have.
Right.
It's becoming essential to stay competitive.
It makes you wonder, though, if these big firms like PwC are making those moves, what's it like for the smaller consulting firms?
Yeah.
Can they even keep up?
That's a great question, and one we'll explore further as we continue our deep dive.
So we were just talking about PwC and their billion-dollar investment
Yeah,
in AI. What does that mean for the smaller firms? Can they even?
it's a good question. A lot of people are concerned about that.
Right.
But I think what's interesting is that AI can also be a game changer for those smaller firms.
Okay.
In a way, it levels the playing field.
How? So I mean, I would think the big firms with all their resources
Right.
would have like a huge advantage.
Yeah, resources are important, but AI tools, and this is the key thing,
Yeah.
they're becoming more accessible and affordable every day.
Okay.
So this means smaller firms can leverage these tools to compete with those larger players in areas they might have struggled before.
Okay.
For example, you can imagine a small consulting firm specializing in a very niche market.
Uh-huh.
They could use AI to analyze data and generate insights that would have been impossible for them to do manually before.
So AI can help them like punch above their weight.
Exactly, allows them to focus on their strengths and deliver high-quality services
Okay.
without needing that same massive infrastructure.
Are there any like specific examples of smaller firms using AI to their advantage?
Yeah, we talked about Robin AI earlier.
Right.
Their success in providing those AI-powered legal services to major corporations is a testament to how a small, agile company
Okay.
can really disrupt an industry that was dominated by large law firms.
Yeah, they're going up against those big guys.
Exactly.
Planning.
And there are other examples too. For instance, there are several boutique consulting firms in Australia that are developing their own virtual assistants,
Oh.
similar to ChatGPT.
Okay.
They're tailoring these tools to their specific needs, focusing on things like market research,
Right.
data analysis, and even client communication.
It's like they're creating their own AI consultants.
In a way, they are. These virtual assistants can handle routine tasks,
Yeah.
provide insights, and even interact with clients in a personalized way.
That frees up the human consultants to focus on
Exactly.
the more creative stuff.
More strategic and creative aspects of the work.
So it really is changing the game for everyone.
Absolutely. It's creating opportunities for firms of all sizes
Yeah.
to innovate, improve their services, and deliver more value to their clients.
Let's go back to PwC for a minute. We talked about their partnership with OpenAI and their big investment in ChatGPT Enterprise.
Right.
What are the implications of that?
Well, PwC's partnership with OpenAI is a significant development.
Okay.
It gives them access to that cutting-edge AI technology and allows them to integrate it deeply into their operations.
Can you give us an example of how they might be using that ChatGPT Enterprise?
Sure. Imagine a team of PwC consultants working on a complex financial analysis.
Okay.
For a large client, they could use ChatGPT Enterprise to analyze vast amounts of data, identify trends, and even generate reports with insights and recommendations.
Wow.
This would save them countless hours of manual work and allow them to focus on the bigger picture.
So it's like ChatGPT Enterprise is their super-powered research assistant.
That's a good analogy. It can handle the heavy lifting
Yeah.
when it comes to data analysis, freeing up those consultants
Right.
to focus on strategic thinking and client interaction.
I imagine there are also some challenges that come with using AI in this field.
There are definitely challenges.
Okay.
One of the biggest is ensuring that AI is used responsibly and ethically.
Right.
Consultants have a fiduciary duty to their clients,
Mhm.
and they need to make sure that any AI tools they use are reliable, unbiased, and aligned with their clients' best interests.
So it's not just about like adopting the technology, it's also about,
It's about using it wisely,
using it the right way.
in a way that builds trust and confidence.
PwC seems to be aware of that from the research.
They've been very vocal about their commitment
Yeah.
to responsible AI development and deployment.
It sounds like they're trying to lead by example.
I think so, showing that AI can be a force for good
Yeah.
in the consulting industry.
But it's not just PwC, right?
No, it's not. Other large consulting firms
Okay.
like Deloitte and Accenture are also investing heavily in AI
Then
and developing their own ethical frameworks.
it's interesting how it's shifted from just like, adopting it to really thinking about
Right.
how to use it responsibly.
Yeah, it's almost like a new phase of the AI revolution is beginning.
Yeah, like it's maturing.
Yeah, I agree. The initial excitement about AI's potential
Right.
was followed by a period of cautious optimism.
Uh-huh.
And now we're entering this phase of pragmatic implementation.
Yeah. Where the focus is really on harnessing AI's power
Right.
while mitigating its risks.
So it's a much more mature and nuanced understanding.
Precisely.
Totally.
Of AI's role.
And as we move into the final part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I think it's worth considering how this evolution will impact the skills and competencies that consultants will need
Yeah.
to thrive in this new era.
You were saying at the end there that the skills that consultants need are changing because of AI.
Yeah.
What does that mean for someone like in consulting right now? We're thinking about getting into the field.
It's a really exciting time to be in consulting, but it's a different landscape than even a few years ago.
Okay.
The skills that used to be enough, things like being a whiz with spreadsheets or putting together a killer presentation, those are becoming like the bare minimum.
Okay, so what are like the new must-haves?
Well, the ability to work alongside AI is critical.
Okay.
And that means understanding how these tools work, what their limitations are, and how to really interpret that data they generate. You can't just take the AI's output at face value.
Right.
You need to analyze it critically.
Okay.
Spot those potential biases and apply your own judgment and expertise.
So it's not about being replaced by AI.
No.
It's about becoming a better consultant with the help of AI.
Exactly. The most successful consultants are going to be the ones who can leverage AI to actually enhance their own capabilities.
It's almost like
They're like AI whisperers. They can ask the right questions, frame those problems effectively, and then translate those AI-generated insights into something actionable.
It's a whole different way of thinking about what a consultant is.
It is, and it's not even just about technical skills.
Okay.
Communication and collaboration, they're becoming even more important.
Right.
Consultants need to be able to explain AI concepts.
Which can be complicated.
Yeah, to their clients in a clear and concise way. And be able to work effectively in these teams that include both humans and AI.
So the ideal consultant of the future is like tech-savvy, analytically minded.
Yes.
A great communicator.
That's a great summary, but also adaptable.
Okay.
And comfortable working in an environment that's constantly evolving.
Right, because it's changing so fast.
Exactly. The pace of change in AI is rapid.
Yeah.
So consultants need to be lifelong learners, always staying up to date on the latest developments.
It's a more demanding job, but it also sounds like it could be a more rewarding job.
I would agree with the right skills and the right mindset.
Yeah.
Consultants can really leverage AI to tackle more complex challenges, deliver more value to their clients, and ultimately have a more impactful career.
That's great. So for those listening who maybe are interested in consulting, where should they start if they want to prepare for this future?
Well, there are so many great resources available. Online courses and certifications are fantastic to get up to speed on the basics of AI and machine learning. Right.
There are tons of books and articles that are exploring this intersection of AI and consulting.
Okay.
And of course, practical experience is invaluable.
How do you get that experience?
Internships or project-based work with companies that are already using AI. It's a great way to get that hands-on experience.
Right.
But even personal projects, like building a simple AI tool or experimenting with an open source platform. Those can be valuable too.
So it's about being proactive and really starting to explore this world now.
Absolutely. The future of consulting is being shaped by AI. And the people who embrace it early on are going to be the ones who thrive.
Well, this has been a really fascinating deep dive.
Yeah, it has.
We started by looking at how AI is being used right now in consulting, from automating those routine tasks to uncovering those insights that would be really hard to find otherwise.
Right.
We explored how the big firms and the small firms are adapting, and we finished by discussing what skills those consultants need.
Absolutely. To succeed in the future.
You know what's most interesting to me, though?
What's that?
This isn't just a story about consulting.
Oh.
It's a story about how AI is changing work itself.
Right.
The trends we talked about today.
Yeah.
Automation, data analysis, that need for human-AI collaboration. These are all relevant across so many industries and professions.
So the lessons we've learned from consulting, we can apply them more broadly.
Exactly. The AI revolution is here.
It is.
And it's changing how we live and how we work.
Right.
The challenge and the opportunity is understanding how to leverage this technology in a way that benefits everyone.
That's a great point. It's not about being afraid of AI.
No.
It's about understanding its potential.
Absolutely.
And working together to create a future where humans and AI can both thrive.
I think that's key.
So as we wrap up, think about how AI might impact your own field.
Yeah.
What are the possibilities? What are the challenges? And how can you prepare yourself for a future where AI is just a part of our lives?